if you want to get in and out quick, Class C motorhome.
The bigger they are, the harder they fall. If you, God forbid, slam into a tractor trailer in front of you, before the impact gets you, it's got to go through all of this first. Class C motorhomes are really popular. Every time we do a Class C tour, they get a lot of views.
Plus, we see a ton of them on the road and at campgrounds. You always see Class Cs, way more than Class As.
Right. So in this video, we're going to give you a list of reasons why Class Cs are so popular and why it actually might be a right choice for you. Number one is going to be, in many cases, most cases, I think, they're easier to drive.
Yeah, they're usually smaller than the Class A motorhomes. Even the largest Class C is going to be kind of on a smaller end Class A motorhome. So for example, like right behind us, we have a 2022 Melbourne 24L Class B motorhome. It's on the Mercedes chassis, and this is 25 feet in length. For a lot of newer RVers or just couples, they don't need that big, profile. This could be perfect for them.
Yeah, people see the Class A and think it's really intimidating, but these are easy to maneuver. Like you said, it's kind of like a truck.
Also, they come in a variety of sizes, right? They come from just over 20 feet all the way up to like 34 feet. Some of them, that's kind of like the bigger ones, but you have a wide variety of sizes that you can choose from.
Number two is it's going to be easier to maintain, right? We've mentioned this before. The bigger they are, the harder they fall, right? There's so much more involved.
Yeah, and then when we say easier to maintain, that's going to be versus like a bigger motorhome, not versus a trailer. But why do we say that? Because again, Jay said, the bigger they get, the more expensive. So when you get to bigger motorhomes, especially if you get into diesels, you have more slides, full body paint. Of course, if you damage that, it's more expensive. Bigger tires, bigger components, more complicated systems, hydronic heating, and all this, radiant heating from the floor, more air conditioners,
more expensive oil changes.
You get it. Listen, more money, more problems, right? You get that luxury, but you got to pay the piper, right? Yeah, another reason why they're so popular, they're just cheaper to maintain. But before we move any further, this video is sponsored by NSA Tow Bars. Now, if you have a motorized motorhome, such as this Class C, A, or whatever you're going to get, you're probably going to want to flat tow a vehicle. That's what we do, and we chose NSA Tow Bar because they're about 30 to 40% less expensive than the competition. They're super easy to set up. They're made in the USA by US workers. The company's been in business for over 30 years. But even better, you're going to save an additional 5% off with a discount code ENDLESS5, additional 5% off for what's already the cheapest tow bar on the market. Again, if you're looking for something that's easy to flat tow and cheap, you're going to want to check out NSA Tow Bars.
Number three is going to be, you are going to be able to fit in many places that you would not if you have, say, a Nelly, like we do, right? You're going to fit in national parks, right? I mean, it's a lot of national parks, they have the length restrictions, right? We wouldn't be allowed in some.
A lot of them, yeah.
If you have a 45-footer, forget it, you're going to be excluded from a lot. But in terms of storage too, right? It's going to be easier for you to find a place to keep this when it's not being used.
Or even be able to store it at your home.
Correct.
Also, we're going to talk about like at rest stops. When you have these Class Cs, like when we're driving down to Tampa, they just kind of pull in right with the other cars.
Yep.
The trailers, the diesel motorhomes, they're with the tractor trailers. They're in the special spot. Again, if that's important to you, just if you want to get in and out quick, Class C motorhome, a lot of people like that.
Number four is going to be, they are offered by a lot of different manufacturers. Right behind us, we have a row of Jaycos here. Tons of manufacturers make Class C, so you're going to have a lot to choose from.
Yeah, it's super popular. Like MJ said, most major manufacturers, Winnebago, Integra, Jayco, and on and on and on.
Ton of them.
Yeah, they're going to have not only models, they're going to have multiple floor plans, multiple models.
So number five is going to be this right here. Number five is the front impact protection that you get with a unit like this as opposed to others is so much more protected. Before the impact gets you, it's got to go through all of this first. So it's so much safer to have this in front of you protecting yourself.
Versus this. Now this is something like we drive, even though this is a diesel, it's very similar. You're sitting right here. From here in front of you is fiberglass and some aluminum, and you have a generator here. These don't do well with frontal impacts. If you don't believe me, just Google image for Class A motorhome frontal impact and you see what happens to this, and it's not pretty. So for us, and I think for many, the Class C offers at least peace of mind that it's more safe.
If you're enjoying the video so far, we invite you to join the family, hit the subscribe button below, and hit the notification bell also so you know whenever we go live and release new videos. We also have a Facebook private group. Come join us. It's called Endless RVing, RVers Coming Together. We'll see you there. Number 6, I'm sitting on it. There's more room to sleep, people. So the beauty of a Class C is you have this overhead bunk, and a lot of these you can fit this one you could fit 2 people for sure. 2 adults, definitely multiple kids. A bunch of kids, you got to be careful, but they do have weight limits. But anyway, yeah, they're roomy. Look, I'm 5'9", I'm sitting here, no problem. Why don't you lay down? And I was just gonna lay down. Yeah, so look, I mean, tons of space. I still have room at my head and my feet for this. So you're gonna have, in a Class C, you're gonna have that main bed, you're gonna have the bunk, you're gonna have a table that's gonna break down. And if, people are spending the night after a crazy night, they probably wouldn't care to sleep in the theater seats either. So you're gonna be able to sleep way more people than you would in a Class A. Number 7 is going to be price. They're going to be more affordable than, say, a Class A or a Super C. Almost all the time, right? So let's just gonna take a walk. We have right here behind us a Jayco Melbourne 24B. This is list price $109,995. That's what they're selling it for. But let's continue walking down, and we're gonna take you over to a Super C. And now this is not like a super high-end Super C, it's not an entry-level Super C, but let's show you. Here's a Jayco 37M. The 37M Jayco. The list price is $269,995. Now let's move on over. This is the Seneca, by the way, 37M. Let's move over to kind of an entry level, well, I shouldn't say, a little bit above an entry level, but still not really on your high-end Class A motorhome. We have a Jayco Alante. Here we are, and this is kind of in the entry level, $149,995. They're asking for this one. Now let's go a little bit more. We have here a Jayco Embark. This is kind of their high-end diesel for Jayco. This is $309,995. Let's continue walking. We have a Newmar Ventana, which is going to be the entry to their diesel line. I mean, they have the Canyon Star, but this is kind of right above that. The 3709, $379,995. And let's show you one more here. Well, we'll show you 2 more. We'll keep stepping up in price, right? Because people, they like to know the price here. What we're going at here. Look at this beauty. Isn't that beautiful? So this is a Newmar Ventana. The 4334, $415,705 on this one. And then let's move to a really popular Newmar. Now this is actually a little bit smaller, but this is a real high-end luxury, $449,995. This is the New Air 3545. So again, you can see, you can buy, the first one we showed you, you can buy at least 3 of those for the price of this New Air. So what's important to you? Now, again, the quality, of course, is going to be different. So you're paying, of course, for that. But yes, in terms of general, what you're gonna spend, it's way more affordable. Number 8 is going to be, in many cases, there's no need for a tow vehicle. So you're gonna have, if you get a smaller Class C, again, if you wanna head out, you just disconnect and go. And you can, again, as we mentioned before, be easily accessible into these smaller parking lots and things where you would normally take a truck. Let's just show you, right? So we have, again, we have the Melbourne 24L. It's about 25 feet in length. Something like this, you can take this to the grocery store if you want, right? It's not a big deal. Now, these come in different sizes. We have a 26M here that's gonna be over 30 feet. Something like this, yeah, maybe you want to have a tow vehicle with you, and then they keep getting bigger, right? You go to the 29V, which is down, MV, which is down at the end over here, over there. If I'm pointing in the right place. That one is a little over 32 feet, right? So that's not as easily maneuverable. You might not want to take this one to the grocery store, but still, compared to those big diesels that we showed you, the smallest one being just over 35 feet, this is still going to be less wide and less long, and also the height-wise. And number 9, the last one, is a really important one. You're going to get all the essentials that you need and that you would want on a Class A, but for way less, and in a smaller package in a lot of cases. Right, so what do we mean by that? You're getting everything you need, but not that luxury. So cabinets, right? Storage space. We already talked about the bunk. You're gonna get this full kitchen, and this is more counter space than we have on ours, right? You're gonna get, you got your microwave, you got a 3-burner cooktop, an oven, you know, a decent sized fridge, okay, and freezer, pantry behind you. The The dinette, right, you have a pantry. You have a split bath, full bath. There's no wet bath. There's no, anything like that. So you're gonna have everything that you need. You have a decent size. Now again, this is a bigger Class C. So yes, you're gonna get all of that. You're gonna get 2 TVs. You're gonna get those recliners. You have 2 ACs in here.
Generator.
I mean, yeah, everything. So what do you think? Do you like Class Cs? Do you own a Class C and would recommend it to other people?
Yeah, or have you had a Class C and went to an A, or you had a big A, you downsized to a C? Let us know in the comments below. And for myself and MJ, we thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you on the road.